Hi, my name is Pat Bell. I'm the Executive Director for House of Ruth. When I'm asked what does community mean to me, I think about the community of people that surrounds House of Ruth. There are many types of communities that support us, the community of organizations that we partner with. They share their resources, their knowledge, and their expertise. The community of funders and donors that generously give us money so that House of Ruth can continue to provide the highest quality of trauma-informed care to survivors. The community of city officials that support us because we provide safety and resources to the people that live in their cities. The community of faith-based organizations that support us because they have members of their congregation that need help too. The community of law enforcement officials that refer people to us when they need a safe place to go. The community of hospitals and healthcare workers that treat abused patients and then refer them to House of Ruth for further support. The community of educators that reach out to us for their students because they see the potential risks of teen dating violence on their campuses. The community of board members and volunteers that give their time, their talent, and their service to support House of Ruth. But the community that stands out the most to me is the community of people that work for House of Ruth. We have a wonderful, experienced, diverse, committed team that show up every day to create a House of Ruth community that provides safety, support, and encouragement to every survivor that crosses our doors. I'm very proud of our House of Ruth community, and I'd like to thank every person that stands with us during Domestic Violence Awareness Month with your encouragement, your support, and your resources so that we can be the best House of Ruth community for you. That's what community means to me.
Community is a feeling that you're part of something that uplifts you and allows you to see eye to eye with different backgrounds. A community holds you to a higher standard. It encourages you to focus on possibility, not fear.
My name is Michael Ellis. I'm the police chief at Pomona PD. Domestic Violence Awareness Month is a time to remember survivors of domestic violence and honor loved ones who have lost their lives at the hand of a person they once loved and trusted. It's a time to raise awareness about the crime of domestic violence and recognize our collective efforts to end violence. The Pomona Police Department has a specialized investigative unit dedicated to investigating and prosecuting domestic violence crimes. We also have a long-standing relationship with the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office, where we house one full-time victim assistance advocate in our station. Together, we continuously work to improve our overall response, and we continue to focus on the reduction of domestic violence in our region with the awareness of cultural differences in our community. For decades, the Pomona Police Department has partnered with the House of Ruth and other local community organizations to serve victims and develop its response to domestic violence incidents. As our nation continues to battle the COVID-19 pandemic, we've seen a rise in domestic violence cases throughout the Los Angeles and San Gabriel Valley regions. Now more than ever, we continue to rely on our community partners to afford victims with the help and services they need and to live their lives free of violence. The Pomona Police Department appreciates its partnership with the House of Ruth, and we will continue to work collectively to provide domestic violence victims and survivors with the safety, support, and services that they need. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Renee Young, and I'm the president of the board for the House of Ruth. I want to thank you for joining us on our annual Candlelight Vigil. Once again, we are virtual, but we are still here to remember those we've lost over the last year to domestic violence. Our theme this year is community care. We really do depend on all of you in our community to support our clients, our staff, and our volunteers as we deliver on our mission to relieve those from the jaws of domestic violence and to make sure that everybody lives a violent-free home in our community and in the world around us. So again, thank you for joining us on our annual Candlelight Vigil.
Hi, my name's Ashley Spencer and I'm the volunteer manager at House of Ruth. When I think of the word community, what immediately comes to mind is our team of dedicated volunteers who spend more than 40 hours of training in order to work with our clients in a trauma-conscious manner. We honestly could not do the work that we do without them, and we are forever grateful.
Hello, my name is Brian Kratz, and I'm a volunteer and board member with House of Ruth. Our Vigil is one of the more powerful events we hold every year because we use this time to remember all that we've lost through domestic violence. Every year we add to that list despite the critical work that House of Ruth is doing with our community partners. I think that's one of the parts of the story that we're all most familiar with. But what was so striking to me when I first started volunteering in our emergency shelter almost 5 years ago was that space was filled almost entirely with children. That was the beginning of me understanding that the effects of domestic abuse extend far beyond that immediate abusive relationship. It also helped me understand the strength of the women that were coming to our shelter for help. The enormous sacrifices that they and their children were making only told us how serious and unsafe it had become for them. I've also been struck with the incredible need and value of our prevention team and the work that they do with young adults and children. They are telling those kids not just what an abusive relationship looks like, but what a healthy relationship should also be. That work really can't start earlier enough, and I feel very fortunate that when I did my volunteer training with House of Ruth, that was part of it. So I've been able to have some meaningful conversation with my own 12 and 13-year-old sons about what a healthy relationship should be. If we want to reflect on fewer losses in these future vigils, I think that's the type of work that we need to be doing. And I am so grateful for the work of our staff, our clients, and our community partners to help us achieve that goal.
Hi, my name is Elise Severson. I am the prevention manager at House of Ruth. When I think of the word community, a few things come to mind. The first is meeting each other where we are at, and also being real and authentic about what our needs are so that we can help each other effectively and really come alongside each other every step of the way.
Hi, my name is Amanda Ramsey. I'm the founder of She Stories, a storytelling and wellness community for women. When I think about community, it's a safe space, a circle of support, a place where you are uplifted, and a place where you can heal. Healing happens in community, and that's what community means to me.
Hi, my name is Brenda Olivas, and I'm the Development Associate with House of Ruth. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and during this month, House of Ruth hosts a Candlelight Vigil to honor survivors and victims of domestic violence. Tonight, I will be sharing with you Crystal's journey to freedom. I felt depressed, fearful, and alone. I was a mess. My heart needed mending, and House of Ruth was the only support I had. After several years of putting up with physical, verbal, emotional, and financial abuse from my partner, I left him. I had nowhere to go, so I slept in my car until I met with a county worker who referred me to House of Ruth. I was accepted into the emergency program and began counseling, healthy relationship classes, and case management services. The housing services team assisted me with obtaining my own apartment in a safe city away from my abuser and helped me get back on my feet. I'm thankful to be alive and have a message to individuals suffering from abuse. You can walk away from the situation and move on. You don't have to go through this by yourself. It gives me strength and hope to know that there's a community out there that cares about people and wants to see them succeed. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sabrina Almaraz, and I am the Community Services Manager here at House of Ruth. As we talk about community care, we have also included our clients in this process, as this journey is all about them. We reached out to a few former clients, and we had 3 survivors who wanted to say something, not on camera, but with their words. So I'm going to read those 3 statements to you. For the staff of House of Ruth, a thank you, a smile, an ode. A smile is offered as a medal. For all you wounded warriors, we know what's new with us. It is the same old with you. Another day at the front. Hands that help a few, trudging through its barriers, viciously cheating hope, the lips blue. Hands lay low with grief, swords blunt. An ode is you, from the battles scarred, whose wars you fight. Survivor Story of Strength. By telling my story as a survivor, it allows me to let others know that it's possible to overcome both the trauma of domestic violence and the injustice of the system. I am now using my own experiences to help others and showing that there is a way out. Our stories are powerful, heartbreaking, and inspiring. Let's not just point people in the right direction. Let's walk with them. Survivor Story. I am a survivor. I am thankful to have found peace. The journey to recovery is lifelong, but it has also given me some of the greatest gifts. Each story is a gift, and every day is a new day to reclaim parts of ourselves that were stolen. We who survive are a gift. Thank you. Now we're going to proceed into acknowledging and remembering those who lost their lives this year due to domestic violence.
We have reached the end of our Candlelight Vigil. Thanks for joining us. We want to thank our board members, community partners, law enforcement, volunteers, and staff for your continued support and partnership at House of Ruth. Follow us on social media to continue or learn how you can contribute in any way to make an impact in our community. Thank you.